Hey guys, it's Camfrey15 and I'm back with another video for you guys. And this is another gonna be a short little video about, I said I was gonna talk about some off-season moves for the Bears, and here we go because yeah, so a legit day after, well, first thing I want to say is Happy New Year's to all you guys and your family. Hopefully 2020 is a good year for all of you guys, regardless how good or bad 2019 was for you. It's a new year, it's a new start, it's a new start to the decade, so let's kick it off. Anyways, I'm here to talk a little bit Bears football. And the last time I talked about the Bears, obviously you checked out my video, you saw how upset I was with the press conference and the standpoint of where the team looks like they're going to be headed with Mitch Trubisky at the helm still. I've had some time to think about it morally. I'm cooled down off it. I That video was just based off pure reaction and stuff like that. But still, I did get a comment saying, like, on my last video, saying we still don't know what the Bears will do in the offseason, and as opposed to what they might do with draft picks, and especially in the preseason. Um, after I saw that comment, I kind of really just took a step back and then watched other videos regarding to the Bears. And I cooled down a bit, and I'm like, okay, look, if they somehow can have a pretty good off season, maybe they'll prove me wrong. Like I said, or like most people are saying, actions this off season will speak louder than words. And so far, that was the case. The moment, I would say an hour after, the press conference, because if you did, well, you obviously should know if you're a Bears fan, but I'm making this a video day late, but anyways, Bears fired 4 assistant coaches already from yesterday, and that was the tight ends coach Kevin Gilbride, the OC Mark Helfrich, the O line coach Harry Heestand, and then the assistant special teams coach Brock Olivo. When I saw that, some of the moves made sense to have firings put in place. Well, I guess you can say one was like, well, really two was like, interesting. Um, anyways, I saw these firings. I'm like, okay. So, anyways, I'm gonna run through these firings, give just a short, quick take on my opinions. Kevin Gilbride as the tight ends coach. Personally, what else can you say? You might as well need to fire him because the tight ends, whether it's Trey Burton or Adam Shaheen, have gotten no production, literally no production. And even when the Jesper Horsteads, the JP Holtz came in, they did nothing as well. And whoever and he obviously this Kevin Gilbride did not do his job well because he could not make sure to get the tight ends to at least be the focal point of the offense. Yes, that's a little bit of Nagy's, end for not coming up with more plays to get the tight ends involved, but it's still at the same time, the coach for that respective position has to, work with Nagy to find ways to get them involved. So the dude got fired, rightfully so. He got fired. So there's no points here. Um, yeah, there are no points here. The next thing, the next coach that got fired, which was probably the biggest coach on the list that got fired, was Mark Helfrich as the offensive coordinator. So Mark Helfrich is out of the helm as being the offensive coordinator. Now, this is my opinion only, and you can take it however you want. Um, anyway, when it comes to Mark Helfrich being fired, now they say he got fired because he was a focal point in the run game along with Harry Highstand. My thing is this. I feel like it's scapegoatish type of move the Bears did, or Matt Nagy did, to save his hide a bit. Because, yes, maybe Mark Helfrich was literally, in the process mostly focusing on the run game than as opposed to, the passing game or the, calling plays. But the reason why I call it a scapegoatish type of move is, well, he wasn't the one calling plays. So we don't even know what he would have did if he was the one calling plays. So obviously, whatever. Um, he got fired. I say it's a scapegoatish move to save a little bit of Nagy's hide, but you can take it how it is. End of the day, I guess you have to fire your offensive coordinator if you're getting no production for your offense whatsoever, when you're literally almost dead last in both pass and rush. You can't do nothing about it, so who else to fire the guy? Um, a notable name I say the Bears should pick up as their offensive coordinator is former New York Giants head coach Pat Shurmur. Come in, bring him in, as an offensive coordinator. You know, so far I haven't heard anything in the news where there's any other teams that are clamoring to have Pat Shurmur as their head coach. I don't think no team wants him as his head coach because he failed epically with the Giants, even though that wasn't really his fault. But regardless, I'd say bring him in. He did good when he was the offensive coordinator before he took the Giants job way back with the Vikings. So obviously him and Nagy can work together on creating more better playbooks and, you know, somehow having this offense be one of the best offenses in the league, at least a top 15. I'm not asking for top 10 or top 5 offense. I'm just asking for top 15 at least, something where we're not in the 20s. Um, so I think that would be a good hire. And honestly, that should be the number one dude on the list for offensive coordinator is the Bears. You know, he could do things for you, and like I said, he can assist. He can assist Nagy in creating plays, and maybe if Nagy needs to take the pressure off play calling, um, maybe you hand the reins over to Pat Shurmur and stuff like that. So that's my choice that I would want. Um, so that's what I gotta say. So hopefully the Bears start making moves on that offensive coordinator position. Well, as we know today, they already made a move in this position, the offensive line coach. But before we get to that, Harry Highstand, who came in way back when this new coaching squad, came together, back in 2018. Harry Highstand, he's the offensive line coach. Now I understand the firing for this. The offensive line was a flat out terrible this year, like literally terrible, garbage. You have Charles Leno getting abused by, oh my goodness, almost not almost, literally everybody, on the opposing team's defense. Like Jesus. And yes, you can say, well, that's Charles Leno's bad playing and stuff like that. But at the same time, that reflects the coaching if the playing isn't good. Because back in the 2018 season, Charles Leno was not really an issue. This year, he was a huge issue. And that dude was getting literally abused over and over again and again and again. And I don't think we can take another year of that. I'll talk about the offensive line probably this Friday, in my season thoughts, ending thoughts. But regardless, Harry Heinstein got fired, but we did pick up a new offensive line coach, anyways. So I'll get to that later in the video. That'll probably be the last thing to talk about. Anyways, we fired, and then lastly, of the 4 coaches that were fired today was Brock Levo, the assistant special team coach. I don't know why. Special teams was fine. Maybe he was, I guess, the main person that run the kicking unit. And what I mean is, like, Eddie Pinero and what he was doing, like, I guess to an extent, yeah, you can fire him because if he runs what Eddie Pinero does, then, yeah, I guess you can deserve it because you can go back to the Chargers game when he missed the game-winning kick. So yeah. I'm not really cool. I'm not. Don't I really don't know why they fired this assistant special teams coach, because I thought our special teams for the most part was actually pretty good this year. One of the bright spots this year. So don't know. Like, if you asked me to fire anybody in special teams, it'd probably be Chris Tabor. But okay, whatever. So it is what it is. But anyways, let's talk about the thing that happened today. For people that didn't know, Bears hired a new offensive line head coach, and the Bears hired, um, or they're hiring the new offensive line coach Juan Castillo. So obviously the Bears are already on the move. They found a dude, and they found him. So he's a veteran basically coach and stuff like that. And some things, if you want to know how legit this guy is or how much of a veteran he is he worked. He started at Texas A&M University in Kingsville in 1982. Since then, he went to have positions with the Eagles from 2005 to 2012, um, which included 5 seasons with Matt Nagy. Point that out. So this is somebody Nagy knows. Um, he was a coach for the Ravens from 2013 to 2016, and then recently he was with the Buffalo Bills from 2017 to 2018. And then during both his seasons in Buffalo, the Bills finished top 10 in rush yards. So that basically means, and that basically sounds like very good, productive things, which is something I like to hear. If this cat can come in, improve the offensive line play to the point the running game's playing much, much better, and we're, say, again, a top 15 rushing attack, or heck, like the article said, we're at least a top 10 rushing attack. Trust and believe. If we have at least a good rushing attack, okay, then you'll change my stance on Trubisky, because it's feeling like to me that if we're gonna do this thing with Trubisky and we're gonna run it back, even though as much as they don't want to, um, you need to have a running back complement Trubisky's arm. And if we're running the ball, guess what? Boom. You're already on the start to winning games, and you can wear out a defense and stuff like that. Now, hopefully, if the offensive line starts to play better, it makes Nagy commit to the run much more. So, anyways, I like the hire. I like the hiring on Juan Castillo. He's a top. If he can come in, like I said, coach the offensive line to play really good, we'll see. Now, there still need to be changes made to the offensive line, because Jesus, if we're gonna get the same offensive line play from certain guys like a Bobby Massey, Charles Leno, blah blah blah, um, that's not gonna cut it, and they might need to go. But yeah, so the Bears are already making moves in this offseason, and we're gonna see where this goes. They still gotta hire the special teams coach, an offensive coordinator, and an assistant special teams coach. My goodness, ESPN is just blowing up my phone. I could care less about freaking Culver dunking on Robin Lopez, whatever. But anyways, sorry. Um, but we're gonna see what the Bears do with these hirings, especially with moves they need to make in the offseason. So far the Bears are starting off looking like they want to really improve this team, and they look like they really mean that they want to improve this team. Because regardless of the aspect, I don't care how you see it. Yes, you can say the McCaskies and Ted Phillips obviously don't care. The one thing I did a little bit like from, I think it was George McCaskey who talked a bit, how he basically started his press conference, even though he was still giving the same BS excuses later on. But the one thing I did like is that he actually did feel like the team was in a good enough position to win the Super Bowl that year, and they really feel like he was pushing their chips in to win one. So obviously, I guess to an extent, you can say the McCaskies want to win, but at the same time, yada yada yada. Listen, listen. Obviously, the McCaskies want to win, and yes, they're the owners. We could say though they could care less. They need to sell the team. regardless of the aspect, listen, we need to stick with what we need to get, we have right now, and we need to move on. Which I need to realize that we need to stick on with Trubisky. Now, obviously, they're going to need to put competition in for Trubisky, but anyways, we'll see. We'll see where the moves go because, like I said, this is a make or break it year for Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace. Because if they do not make the playoffs this year, I anticipate them losing their jobs because we have a pretty fairly easy schedule, to be honest with me, if you ask me. There's only like 2 or 3 difficult teams we have to play. So, other than that, that's all I gotta say. So anyways, this is McCaffrey 15. Thanks for listening. If you like this video, leave a like. If there's a comment you want to leave a comment. Funny story, actually, yesterday when I posted the video, I'm just hanging out. I see one of my comments saying no one, and someone posted in one of my comment section saying no one cares about your thoughts. And I just found that freaking hilarious because I did respond to that person saying basically I'm just making videos for the fun of it. But anyways, but but thank you for watching anyways. I just found it funny from the aspect of, you know, that he said no one cares about my thought, yet he is the one that still checked on the video and listened to my thoughts. So, honestly, loser. So, I don't really let negative comments get me down, really, but I just found that funny. And anyways, if you want to hit that subscribe button to get more Chicago Bears content and more other things this year. It's going to be a big year, obviously, and stuff like that. And no, I'm not running away from the whole YouTube COPPA stuff because that stuff, I'm going to just be like, listen, this stuff isn't fit for kids. It isn't fit for kids. And I'm sorry, you can't watch my content if you're fit for kids unless you're young enough because I've dropped some curse bombs every now and then, but whatever. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. It's Camfrey 15. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Oh, right now, great night. And I will more than likely see you guys Friday for the next video. So till then, this has been Camfrey 15. I'm signing out. Peace.